reading the book, and I got to the part with Usher flexing on you with his dance moves.
Wow, man, I have so many Usher stories, but there's one in particular that I believe you're talking about. We were at Doppler Studio, and my man James was with me and his wife, as well as Wu, which is also in the book. But there's a lot of top execs in the studio at that time. Anyone who's familiar with the Atlanta area, they know what Doppler Studio, all your A, and mostly A, maybe some B-list celebrities come and recording artists come and record there. Usher's going up, back and forth, up and down the hall. He's going down to DJ Polo's studio, and he's going back past my position where I'm standing in the hallway adjacent to the main hallway. I'm leaned against one wall. My man James' wife is leaned against the other wall, and we're talking, catching up. Hadn't seen her in a while. So Usher's going to Brian Cox's studio, coming out, so on and so forth. And this one particular moment, he comes out. I look up the hallway like I'm looking at a white girl, big old hips and everything. I'm like, oh my God. But I hear him yell, Alicia, Alicia. So I figure out it's Alicia Keys. So he runs down. I'm like, damn, this bitch look good, motherfucker. You know, she's going to Studio A because I believe Aine was in there at the moment recording something or whatever. So he comes back past. Miko and myself were still talking. He goes back toward Brian Cox's studio. Then he takes a big step out. I see him out of my peripheral, but we're still talking. He does a military turn and takes another huge step right in between the position where me and Miko is. I can't see me, Miko, she can't see me, because Usher's standing his ass right in the middle of us. So you gotta realize, I have tons of fucking work coming into Atlanta. And this nigga gonna stand in front of me while I'm talking to somebody? Major disrespect. So I'm in my feelings about it. And before I could say this nigga tear off one of the fucking tightest spins I ever seen in my fucking life. This nigga spinning so fast, he's blurry. You can't even see him. It's like he's like infinite speed. Like he gonna disappear in front of us or some shit. He stops, takes a step right out, and looks at me and Miko. At this point, I'm burning up. My ego is on 1,000. I want to grab a hold of this nigga and be like, nigga, do you know who I am? I'm all world with cocaine, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm a Usher fan. Now, I know myself, if I would have tried to do a half a spin, I'd have hit Miko, the person standing with me, and I'd have broke every wall in there trying to spin. But this nigga spent off a spin so tight, the groupie fan came up out of me, and God knows I hate to admit it because I'm a dope boy through and through. But I'm like, damn, that shit was tight.